Hello Taurus, welcome back. Today we're doing the first reading of Aries season, March 21st until March 27th, 2021. We'll take a look into your recent past, the energies around you presently, and what's coming up for all of you. This will be for sun, moon, and rising signs in Taurus, should you cross watch. And as always, these are general readings and they may not resonate for you. That's absolutely fine. Take the things that are for you and leave everything else behind to get into your higher vibes. Thank you so much to those of you who have liked, shared, or subscribed so far. It really does mean the world to me. If you haven't done so, please do hit that little red button and subscribe to the channel. If today's reading resonates, please do leave a thumbs up and any comments or questions you have down below. I do love hearing from you. It's interesting. Chariot's been coming up a lot in and around the surrounding energies today. So Aries action season, but here we go. Taurus action coming in for you as well this week. I love that for a sweet fixed water sign, earth sign such as we are. In the recent past here, we have the Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. So after quite a period of planning here, Taurus, you're now feeling finally ready, confident, able, capable of moving forward. And I think it's going to feel for you like you have been in the planning and waiting phase for quite a long time, and that you are somehow behind, that you should have already pushed forward, but you hadn't done it yet. So there's going to be a bit of urgency in your want to move things forward as soon as you're ready. Maybe so that you don't talk yourself out of it while you've got that confidence. You're just like, all right, we got to go now. In the present energy, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So getting started and then putting lots of work in ongoing, Taurus. Very steadfast that we are. It's like once you make that choice to commit to doing something, there's going to be that feeling of responsibility to really continue to put the work in, to continue to innovate, to continue to learn. And I see you here in this present energy saying, okay, I made the choice to put myself out there, to start moving forward on whatever it is you've been planning on or planning for. And now I got to really make sure I'm putting the work in, because I think there's like some fear of embarrassment or being seen as not following through that you don't want to deal with. So work becomes sort of the focus here. However, in all of that work and in that deliberate sort of moving forward, I think you're going to start to become a lot more empowered. I think you're going to feel a lot more capable. You're going to start to think about what it is you are working on in more creative ways, in unique ways. You're suddenly going to be feeling more inspired about what you are doing and trying to figure out, where you can give to others even in that process, how you can fill the cups of other people through what you are doing, through all of this work that you're doing. This to me feels like an opportunity that gives back in some sort of way, that it isn't necessarily a self-serving project that we're working on here. Going into the future energies for you, we have the Ten of Wands, the Lovers, and the Seven of Wands here. So again, pressing forward, certainly continuing to move forward. We have momentum going through this entire spread. And then I think we get to this future energies here, and this is about knowing when you need to stop, making a decision about how far you can push yourself forward before you need to take a bit of a break, and learning those boundaries for yourself here. Like, I think there is some fear or threat of like working yourself into the ground because you feel like that is what is expected of you, and then needing to recognize, okay, here is where I have to make a decision about, this is what I need for rest. This is what I need for time off to recharge, just so that you don't burn yourself out. All right, let's clarify this Chariot in the overall energy. Whoa, whoa. I don't want all of these. But now I feel like I have to take them. Okay. Five of Emotions, Queen of Materials, Knight of Voices coming up again, and the Seven of Voices. Oh yeah, Imposter Syndrome out the wazoo here, Taurus. A fear that you are not, as ready as you think you are. A fear that you have been lying to yourself about what you need to know or what you need to do in order to move things forward. A fear of slipping into past patterns, a fear of coming up against failure, like maybe you have before. It's like you are, more prepared, more grounded, more empowered in what you do than you recognize. And this really, it just feels very heavily of, what if I'm not the one that's supposed to do this? I have this imposter syndrome lingering over me. Maybe I've been lying to myself that I'm the right person to be doing it. Even though you've been doing all the planning, you've been doing all the prep work, you've been getting yourself so ready for this. So overcoming that inner voice is going to be a theme that you need to work through here as you lay the groundwork, because as shocking as it can be for Taurian people, there is a lot of action going on here, a lot of steady, ongoing work, disciplined work every single day happening here. Let's take a... Come on. All right, let's take a look in the recent past. Yeah, let's look at this Knight of Swords. Since he's come up twice now, gender notwithstanding, doesn't really matter. Everything is genderless. 8 of Materials, Knight of Inspiration, and the 5 of Materials. Yeah, want to take action before the opportunity slips out of my hands. This mentality of like, I have to act now. I have to. Otherwise, it's never going to be possible again. I'm never going to be able to do it again. I'm never going to have this opportunity. So I'm dropping everything that I've been juggling, and I'm taking the action while it is available to me for fear of missing out. There's energy definitely of feeling like this could be the one shot. This might be the only opportunity you have to do it, whether or not that's true, okay? Getting into the present energy, let's look at this King of Cups. Oops. Whoa, that was my bad. I just threw the card. They never fly this direction. That's so funny. 9 of Inspiration and the Hanged Muse coming in here. Yeah, I like this. This feels like, again, we talked about how once you start to really put that work in and see that things are moving forward a bit, that you're going to start to look at things a little bit differently, a little bit more creatively, see where you can help others, see how you can, become more creative in your approach to things as well. And with this Wheel and 9 of Inspiration coming up here together, this new start, I think you are going to start to recognize here in the present energy that you were ready, that you were just, holding yourself back because of that fear. And now that you're starting to build up the confidence that you have, you recognize that like you maybe didn't need to just be like waiting it out for so long. There is like a period of inaction that you were going through that now is going to, looking back, feel like, was I wasting time by not moving forward, by not taking any action here? I'm not saying you are. I think this is more like self-reflection, because now you're actually seeing how things could come together, because they are starting to come together. Now let's look at the 10 of Wands down here in the future energy. Three of Inspiration, 3 of Voices, and the 10 of Materials. So this is planning for disappointment a little bit, but in such a way that you're protecting yourself, because Taurus, there is a lot of focus on how this is going to create something long-term and lasting for you here, something that will be secure, something that will endure. Those rhymed. But I think for you, you recognize that you have to prepare a little bit for ways in which things could go wrong so that you feel more capable of moving past them to keep that forward momentum going. We'll look at the Seven of Wands as well down here. Muse of Voices, Four of Materials, and the Two of Inspiration. Yeah, I think we may be dealing with a little bit of consultation here. You may have somebody who really, like, they're already established and know their stuff. They're very savvy, probably somebody who's a really strong communicator, someone who's authoritative that you know you can rely on to have, like, you know, hard conversations with, because they just tell it like it is. I think you're going to be bringing some things to this person as things get going, because you're going to have some fear, obviously, that, you know, am I doing it right? Do I need more help? Like, there's going to be a gathering of that sort of resources. And I also see you here, Taurus, maybe clinging a little bit too tightly onto how you think things should be going, and allowing this person to talk to you about how that planning process has gone and where you may be being a bit too rigid. Taurus, rigid? Never. We would never. All right, we'll take one last message from Spirit here for you. The Hierophant, that's your card, 8 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Some beautiful energy to close this reading out. This is you walking away from the parts of your life that are not bringing you happiness, not making you feel good, not bringing you abundance, and starting to shift towards that higher prosperity path, that long-term sense of happiness and joy. And that's really great. This is you overall, Taurus, trying to really take control of your own life and move in the directions that make the most sense to you. This is a very deeply personal spread here today, and I think it's really exciting. I wish you the best of luck with it. I do hope this was helpful. If it was, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you back here next week.